fears of manipulation, election malpractices, and huge tendencies of vote buying are opposed. There are fears that Africa and Nigeria may be in democracy but may still be far from achieving dividends of democracy. And President Muhammadu Buhari today wielded a big stake by approving the compulsory retirement of a judge and the dismissal of another, upholding the recommendations of the National Judicial Council. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. It's Friday. Oh, thank God. Well, this is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimbaloye in Lagos. Let's begin tonight with some news coming in from the presidential villa, the seat of power, Abuja, where the big stick has gone hard on two judges. The president today, Muhammadu Buhari, to approve the compulsory retirement of Justice Ademola of the Abuja Division of the Federal High Court and the dismissal from office of Justice Tokode of the Benin Division of the Federal High Court. The president's media assistant, Mr. Garba Shehu, this evening released a statement stating that the president is upholding the decision and recommendations of the National Judicial Council. Justice Tokode is aside the compulsory retirement is also expected to refund all salaries and allowances earned illegally from 2nd December 2015 when he was sworn in as judge of the Federal High Court to date. The president has asked all judicial officers to be alive to their responsibilities and uphold and move away from corruption and his other activities related to that. Now, the 2019 elections draw closer. The pressure is mounting and the anticipation is getting to a fever pitch. But since several years of the nation's practice of democracy, what can we say has been the benefit compared to the years of military dictatorship? Well, that's a rhetorical question, isn't it? Even on the continent of Africa, the political events still show high-handedness and poverty troubles the people of the continent, despite deciding for themselves a representative government. Today, the former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Atahiru Jega, has called Africa democracy low 3 decades after many African countries embraced democracy. He was speaking at an event organized by the Center for Democracy and Development. Professor Jega and some activists highlight corruption, non-inclusion, and sit-tight presidency as some of the challenges still confronting democracy on the continent.
Challenge of how democracy, instead of providing stability and development, is creating instability and crisis, and how also governance that is a product of this democratic transition is failing to satisfy the fundamental needs and aspirations of the people.
It did state that credible elections may be very important for the development of the society, and it did also say that not just that, but it also helps to develop the society. Well, just yesterday, the current INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, mentioned that what has become the evil of Nigeria's elections. Take a listen to him.
Open vote buying will not be tolerated by the Commission. And we don't want the 2019 general elections to be determined by the amount of money people have and they can go around on election day to buy votes.